like about you.
What?
You always play hard to get. Doing anything for the rest of this evening?
Oh, just one of this.
I like the way your mind works. I'm gonna go lock the front door and turn on the answering machine and grab a bottle of champagne. I'll meet you upstairs.
I'll help you. We'll be faster. Get out of the way! I just remembered something I have to do.
What?
I have to tell my mother we're engaged.
Your mother? Hey! Call her tomorrow. I'm sure she'll be thrilled.
I promised I'd do it tonight.
Whom did you promise?
Myself.
Well, great. You can break the promise and no one will ever know.
But I'll feel guilty.
I'll forgive you.
Oh. You're right. I'll get over it. I love you, kids.
I love you too, Frankie. Shall I carry you?
I'll carry you.
Yeah, Anne, are you going to be there for a while?
I was going to come back to the hospital and see you.
Wait there. I want to talk to you about something.
Well, it sounds important.
It is.
All right, Grant. I'll see you in a while.
Thanks. Thought you were going to call it quits early today.
My 24-hour shift is turning into a 36.
That about me?
More test results.
And?
There's been no change.
That means that, I haven't improved much, huh?
Medication's barely holding its own.
I see. So that means your hands are tied, John?
In a way.
But there are other options, you know.
There are illegal options, Grant.
Look, we both know the DTA takes its good, sweet time in improving new drugs. But while they're sitting on their complacent butts in their laboratories, people are dying.
You want to fight the federal government? Fine. You're the politician.
Oh, don't trot out your medical ethics on me.
What's that supposed to mean?
There was a time in Southeast Asia when a little red tape never got in the way of you getting a few supplies.
You gathering information on me? Who the hell do you think you are?
Let's go and have a little talk.
I told you I quit Corey Publishing for personal reasons.
Did any of those personal reasons make you angry enough to sabotage the company for revenge?
What is this? I mean, I know at least a half a dozen other people to access those computers. And why are you treating me like this?
That's because you were the one that was at the Corey building when it was sealed for repairs. You're the one that established ComSec as a front, and you were the only one that resigned without explanation or warning when the cash flow decided to check itself out. You're looking at 10 to 15, Evan.
Oh, I see. You've got me doing time, and you haven't even arrested me yet.
And I'm telling you, you're in it over your head. And if you don't cop a guilty, you'll be middle-aged before you get out of prison. Is that clear enough for you?
Well, I'm not going to say anything till I speak to my lawyer.
Sam? Sam, are you here? Hi. What's the matter?
Well, I guess you're gonna find out sooner or later.
Find out what?
Somebody's trying to frame Evan for the thefts at Corey.
What?
He could go to jail, Mom. And I think Sam is the one that's behind it.
Sam? What are you talking about? Why would Sam... I see. So there's something going on between you and Evan that you haven't been telling me about?
When I'm with you
Look, my life is at stake here, John.
Grant, my responsibility to you does not include administering illegal and unapproved of drugs.
That drug is up for approval in this country because of red tape. You know that as well as I do.
I could lose my license.
And so I'm supposed to suffer because you're afraid to take a risk?
Pull this thing over. I'm out of here.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, look, I know how many lives you saved in Vietnam because you broke the rules.
It was a war, for crying out loud.
Look, you hijacked a Jeep loaded with penicillin, ripped off from a medevac unit on its way to the black market.
For God's sakes, how did you find out about that?
It's not important how I found out it. The important thing is that you saved hundreds of lives. Now, is my life worth any less?
Look, I broke the rules. I was a maverick then. But there are other things to consider now, and I am going by the book. I promise you, Grant, we will do everything we can legally to keep you alive.
I thought you had guts, Hudson.
You're not gonna get anywhere insulting me.
You love your wife, don't you?
What?
You heard me, and just answer my question.
Yes, of course I love my wife.
And you live for her love, am I right? I've never known what that's like, John. Not until now. But I met somebody that I want to live for, don't you see? For the first time in my life, I want to live, to have that chance to love. And you're the only one who can make that happen for me. What do you say?
About another.
I thought you'd left.
Nope, I haven't. Mind if I join you?
I'm expecting someone soon. I really should freshen up.
You look plenty fresh to me. Sit down, take a load off, relax. Hi, Bourbon water.
Are you, here alone?
For now I am. So tell me, how does it feel to have your picture in the papers and all that?
When?
Well, oh boy, I guess you get your picture taken all the time. I was talking about the engagement.
Oh, well, that wasn't an official press release. We're having one written for the wire services when we formalize the arrangement.
When you formalize the arrangement, that's a marriage?
You're awfully curious, aren't you?
Well, I don't run into famous people too often. I mean, am I bothering you? You're like royalty to me. Beautiful woman marries handsome prince, lives happily in D.C.
Congressman Harrison is not a prince, but I'll certainly tell him you said so.
How long have you known
Known what?
that the two of you were going to be married?
Oh, we've known each other since prep school. We've been preparing for this most of our lives.
To be married?
Oh, Capitol Hill and beyond.
Beyond.
He is going to be president someday. I mean, that's been the plan since we were teenagers.
And you're going to be first lady.
Oh, it's what Grant and I have dreamed of all of our lives.
What if she finds out before I tell her?
Who?
My mother.
Do we really have to talk about your mother at this moment?
But somebody could tell her.
Nobody knows. We haven't told anybody, have we?
A daughter is supposed to tell her mother about these things as soon as they happen.
You already blew it then, so what's a few more hours?
Did I hear you say hours?
Maybe even days.
Horatio. The machine's on.
It's after 5. It can't be.
These are the offices of Winthrop and Winthrop. Please leave a message.
It's Evan Bates. Cass, Stacy, either of you there?
Why is Evan calling you?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Look, if you get this message tonight, I really need your help. I'm at the police station, and I need a lawyer.
What?
I'm about to get tossed in jail.
Look, don't you say another word to her until we get there. Look, hang tight, honey. We'll be there in a minute, okay? This is my cousin we're talking about.
I can't represent Evan.
Why not?
I am the attorney for the Corey family.
He's being questioned about a theft at their company.
Conflict of interest?
Only enough to get me disbarred.
His family.
Not my family.
He will be if I marry you.
What do you mean, if you marry me?
Look, Cass, you don't have to represent him, okay? Let's just keep him out of jail, all right?
What?
But just let's keep the cops from locking him up, and while they're gearing up to charge him, we'll find him another attorney.
It's unethical, Frankie.
Are you gonna let a relative sit in a holding cell without an attorney?
What if he's guilty and takes off for the Caribbean tonight?
What if he's what?
He could have done it, you know?
He is not guilty, and you know it.
How do I can see I don't have much choice here, do I, Mary Frances?
Marriage is all about compromise, Cass.
Compromise does not necessarily mean unconditional surrender.
In this case, it does.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you, darling.
But let's get it out of the way so I don't have to think about it too much.
Welcome to the family, Cass.
You don't happen to have any other cousins lurking around with a criminal record, do you?
I don't know. I'll ask my mother when I call her.
There are a lot of things that you don't know, Mom.
Yes, I'm beginning to realize that.
Things have changed quite a bit between me and Sam.
I wish you had told me about this.
Mom, it's not that easy.
If something's going on with Evan and Sam, and it has to do with Corey, I need to know what it is so I can try and deal with it.
I made so many mistakes.
You're having an affair with Evan.
No.
Amanda?
It happened once. I tried to stop the way I feel about him. I really did. I can't justify it, but it happened. And my life has been chaos ever since.
When did you tell Sam?
I didn't.
You didn't?
Vicky did.
Oh, Lord.
I know. I have been so stupid. I'm sorry I felt I couldn't talk to you about this sooner.
So am I.
Sam didn't believe Vicky at first. At least I don't think that he did. Evan swears that he is not involved.
Do you believe him?
Yes.
Why do you think Sam is doing this to Evan?
Because he's hated Evan from the very start. And Sam's been acting so strangely lately. He's so distant and angry. We suppose that he planned this from the very beginning.
Have you asked him?
No, I thought I could find him here.
So you're going to continue this thing with Evan?
I don't know.
Well, you have a lot of sorting out to do, don't you?
I don't even know where to start.
Do you want your marriage?
I did.
And now?
I think it may be too late. Even once I get everything at Corey straightened out, I don't think I can fix things with Sam. He would never trust me again. And I can't blame him.
Let's just hope that your girlfriend doesn't read the papers.
John, I'm not lying about how I feel about this woman. I love this woman.
I don't want to hear it.
Look, listen, I was only going to marry Anne because she fit into my plans, not because I loved her.
Well, maybe you should tell her that so that she can get on with her life.
I want to get on with my life. And you're the only one that can help me get that medication.
I can't do it. It is illegal. I will lose my license.
Why did I think you were different from other doctors?
Grant, you're not making any sense at all. If I lose my license, I am good to no one, not to you, not to anyone. Now, what purpose could that serve?
I guess I've got your answer.
I'd like to help, but
Andy, take me to Tops. I gotta go talk to Anne. Maybe we can talk about this some more. Then again, maybe we won't.
So, you go to all these political parties with him and fundraisers.
Oh, some.
Grant is usually so busy at those things, and I don't really like to tag along. He just doesn't have time for a woman when he's trying to raise money for one cause or another.
Oh, sure, I'm sure that stuff's very important to him, very serious about it.
Well, he has to be. His work is never done. He's on call all the time, and he always has to be on.
What do you mean on?
On top of things. He has to be full of energy, even when he's been in 6 different states for the last 36 hours and had a couple of 20-minute cat naps on the plane.
That sounds like too much work.
Well, it is. And that's why I'm here. Politicians' wives hold up those boys more than you know.
Do you like doing that?
Well, I have to know almost as much as he does.
Ooh, how do you mean?
Have to be smart, but not intrusive. Funny, but never silly. And always, absolutely always, completely and totally loyal to him. At home, in front of his supporters, and most importantly, in front of his opponents. I have to be his biggest fan. And it is a great deal of work, I assure you.
Sounds so romantic.
Oh, well, we have that too. I just think that a politician's personal life should remain personal.
I know. Superman can't have a love life. Make him too human.
Well, Grant and I are very much in love. I think that's an issue that the public doesn't really need to know anything about.
Unless he gets his hand caught in the cookie jar, huh?
I beg your pardon.
Unless he fools around and some reporter blabs.
Oh, that is quite out of the norm, I assure you.
Oh, come on. You don't really think your fiancé only has eyes for you, do you?
And just what would you know about it one way or the other?
Look, I'm only telling you what I read in the papers. That's all.
What have you read?
Look, all men cheat. Now, come on, it's the truth. It's the truth. All men cheat, and politicians cheat more, that's all. It's in all the columns. Does that bother you?
Oh, it doesn't bother me. I'm a little concerned that you would believe all you read.
Look, I know men, okay? I know men better than men know men.
Well, that's open to question.
I've got experience. You know what I mean?
Oh, I believe so. Yes.
So I'm just telling you to protect yourself for your own good. That's all.
I don't need protecting.
Any woman that's in love with a man needs protecting, sweetheart. Look, I'm sorry. It's not their fault. It isn't. It's a sort of a physical thing with them. It's in their hormones or something.
Men?
Yes, men. They see a pretty woman, they think they can have her. They think they should have her. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you quite well, actually.
I just don't want you to kid yourself.
I trust Grant completely.
Not smart.
Look, I know men will wander, but it's only when they're not happy at home.
And your man is.
I don't really think that's anybody's...
Look, Anne, I like you. You're okay. But you haven't been around the block.
Good luck. I am not naive. I agree with you that men will have... They will see other women from time to time. I don't like it, but I can't change the facts.
But you said...
I said it's all right if he runs around, and to a certain point, that is.
Is that enough for you?
They always come back home, dear. Always.
Thanks for the talk. Good luck, darling.
Hello, sweetheart.
You lied to me.
What?
You promised you wouldn't leak our engagement to the public.
But I haven't.
Who leaked it to the press? Can you tell me that?
It was a mistake.
Why did you lie to me? Why didn't you just tell me that you told somebody in the media?
They're all the same. Just as big a liar as the next one.
Darling, it was a PR thing, that's all.
Let me tell you something. From now on, I lead my own life and run my own life. Not you, not Ted, not my father, not your stupid little PR firm. Just me. Do you understand that?
Darling, please, people are staring.
Good, let them stare.
Grant.
No, Paulina, no, not there.
And why not?
Stacy likes that lamp.
Good. Now it's in a place where she can use it.
But what if she doesn't want to use it here?
Then she'll have to move it. Will you please relax, Derek?
I'm cool.
No, you're not.
I just want everything to be perfect when Stacy gets here. That's all.
Don't you know how lucky she is to have you?
Yeah.
No, I mean it, Derek. You're almost a perfect 10.
Oh, yeah, some 10. Will you look at this place I'm moving her into? This is a hole.
But it's yours.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
No man has ever treated me the way you treat Stacy.
Yeah, you're still a kid.
I haven't been a kid in a long time.
Oh, this is weird.
What is?
This is like setting up house, you know?
Well, like I said, you guys are lucky.
Yeah, well, you'll find somebody someday.
Yeah, but will he be as cool as you? You know, when we were kids, you were the only person that mattered to me.
I remember.
I'm glad you're back in my life, Derek.
Yeah, me too.
You're the only family I got. I just hope you know that I'd do anything for you. Hi!
Hey!
My last bag.
Welcome home.
Thanks. Oh, I don't believe this. A staircase. This is great. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Toaster oven. Matching silverware.
Place cleans up good.
Oh, my
Paulina
God.
helps.
Hope you like it,
It
Stacy.
looks incredible. I can't believe it. Wow. Thank you, Paulina.
Well, I just wanted to do something to make up for all the trouble I've caused you.
Oh, you haven't caused me any trouble. It's the Coreys I'm worried about.
Yeah, I know. And I was thinking that maybe we could...
Well, listen, there's no way that I can't tell them your secret.
Oh, Stacy, come on.
Derek,
now.
I can't. I'm sorry. Jamie asked me to find the best possible nanny for his son. Someone he could trust, and I thought I had. Until I found out that your whole resume is a lie.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that I thought it over, and I'm going to talk to Mrs. Corey and tell her the truth the next time I see her.
Oh, Stacy, come on.
Derek, they're going to find out one way or another. And it's better it's me. I'm sorry.
So what am I going to do?
You love Evan?
I don't know. I'm drawn to him. He's exciting.
But you love Sam still.
I loved our marriage together. I loved our life. Why couldn't I be content with that? Why did I have to go and risk everything?
I don't know. I can't answer that. Things happen.
I just wish I could go back and start everything all over.
And erase all the mistakes you've made, forget it.
So what do I do?
You make decisions, you make choices.
I love Sam.
But you want Evan. Grow up, Amanda. You can't have everything.
I don't think I can make things work with Sam.
What if you can't make things work with Evan? Are you prepared to be alone?
I never thought of that.
Well, you better start thinking about that, because you could wind up with nothing.
So why are you angry at me?
I'm not. I'm angry at myself. I've been in this situation, Amanda. And now I'm seeing my own daughter make all the same damn mistakes.
I didn't intend for any of this to happen.
Of course you didn't, but it happened, didn't it? You fell in love with someone you shouldn't instead, and you stopped trying with someone you should.
Don't preach to me, Mother, because if you'd listened to your own advice, you would never have left your first husband.
I never loved my first husband. How about you?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I would have done anything to keep this from happening to you.
You didn't do anything. I caused it
Just
all.
a minute. Just a minute. What did you just say? What did you just say?
I caused it all.
Good for you. That's the first adult thing you've said all evening. And you're right, you did. You caused it all.
So then what am I? Am I in love with Evan, or am I just some spoiled brat that's ruining everybody's lives?
No, sweetie. I don't know. Only you can answer that.
Look, I didn't take the money. Now, can you get me out of here?
I have a few more questions for Mr. Bates. I'd like to get started. So, Frankie, if you wouldn't mind.
Look, Courtney, haven't you put him through enough for
I get
one
the
day?
impression that Courtney wants to arrest you, Evan. And I don't think we should stand in her way.
What?
Cass, if you lost
Courtney, go ahead. Book him.
Winthrop, what are you trying to do to me?
Are you for real?
Look, if you
Winthrop?
don't want to
Would you
represent
all
me,
put
then
your eyeballs back into your heads and listen to me for a minute? There's no way that Courtney is going to arrest you.
What are you saying?
She's trying to hose you. She's trying to frighten you into spilling out
Wait
your
a
guts.
minute,
No,
Kelsey.
you wait a minute, Courtney. Does the DA know about this suspect?
Not at this
Right. The DA doesn't know about you because she doesn't have enough evidence to arrest you. Isn't that right?
I am setting up my case.
Oh, this is really low, Courtney.
Evan, she can't keep you here unless she formally books you. So my advice is for you to leave and let Detective Walker do a little more homework.
She can do all the homework she wants. Because I'm not guilty.
You know, your client will have a much easier time of it if he would cooperate.
You just want him to do your job for you. And frankly, I am stunned. I mean, appalled that you would resort to these Bush League tactics.
We will talk again soon.
Good.
You too, Evan.
Oh, sure. Why don't you pencil it in your calendar? We'll have lunch, share a few
Evan.
laughs, we'll have some coffee.
I'll see you, Courtney.
Amanda, this is Cass Winthrop.
Oh, hi, Cass.
I'm formally notifying you of a phone call that I received earlier from Evan Bates requesting my legal counsel.
Evan called you?
I gave him counsel without remuneration concerning his role in the matter of the missing Corey funds.
Where is he?
He's down here at the police station.
Cass, do me a favor.
I'll try.
Keep him there for a while. I have to see him. Thanks. I have to go to the police station.
Evan's in custody?
They haven't charged him with anything, but they are questioning him. I've got to go.
No, I wouldn't do that
Why
if
would
I
you
were
say
you.
that?
I know you feel responsible for what's happening to Evan, but we don't know what his responsibility is in all this.
Mom, he's being framed.
If you want to salvage your marriage, I wouldn't do this.
If Sam is the one who's behind it, I don't have a marriage to salvage.
Talk to Sam first, Amanda.
Mom, I can't wait. I owe Evan this much.
All right, do what you want to do.
I understand, Stacy.
She's in a really difficult position, Paulina. She has business with these people. She's a family friend.
It's okay. I lied. Now I have to live with it.
Paulina, I like you. And I think you're good with a baby. But you see, I recommended you to the Coreys. And Rachel values honesty above everything else.
You're right.
I wish it didn't have to be this way.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna let you two get settled in.
I appreciate all your help, Paulina.
I like helping you, Derek. I always have. I'll see you later.
Okay. Be careful.
You are some decorator.
Kiss me. You make this place beautiful.
Our place
Oh, I like the way that sounds.
sounds kind of scary.
Yeah.
Mostly wonderful. What's that?
Oh, no, I think people's on the roof again. Oh, no, they broke it in here twice this week. I didn't tell you this. Through the fire escape, they've come in, and I'm not gonna let it be 3 times.
He didn't leave, did he?
No, Evan is signing a statement. He'll be here any minute. In fact, there he is now. I guess we go?
Yeah. Thanks for calling me, Cass.
It's my job. I'll phone Iris in the morning and fill her in, okay?
Yeah. I'll talk to you soon. We'll talk, and we'll find you a good attorney.
Thanks.
You take care.
See you, Frankie.
You okay?
Yeah, sure.
What did Courtney say?
She tried to get me to confess.
She really thinks you're the thief?
Well, she doesn't have enough evidence to arrest me. Yet.
This is all my fault.
Don't even say that. Things have just gotten out of hand.
But we're gonna take care of it.
Don't bother.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying there was a time when I would have done and given anything for you.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that it's over, Amanda. Between us, we can't ever see each other again.
Yo, big guy's me!
Kyle!
What are you, crazy?
Not as crazy as you two. Are you trying to kill me?
Since when you use my fire escape as a front door?
Since the gang has been starting chasing me all over town.
What is going on here?
If they saw him coming in here, they would think that he was ratting them out.
Ratting to you?
You put the word out on me. What is with you?
I wanted to see your face.
Well, you've seen it. I'm out of here.
Not yet,
Wait a
little
second.
man.
Will somebody tell me what is going on here?
Well, Kyle thinks he's pretty big time now that he's hanging out with felons.
Look, I take care of myself. I do what I have to.
Ancient history. I am about to change what you have to do.
Oh, yeah, right. Yo, I'm gonna be a choir boy now, okay? Get a real life.
Kyle, you listen to Derek. He knows what he's talking
Look,
about.
you're on steroids too. Why don't you both back off?
I care about what happens to you, Kyle.
Look, I am fine. I don't need you or anyone else poking in my life. So why don't you just take the hunt off me so I can walk around the streets again without every lowlife tailing me looking for a bounty?
Hey. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, you want to be a friend?
Yeah.
You give me $10 and say adios.
Where'd you learn how to talk like that, and where are you living?
In a condo on the lake. What do you think?
I'm not gonna let you stay out on the street, Kyle, because if I do, juvenile service will pick you up and slam you in some foster home, and then I'll never see you again. And I don't want that to happen. You're gonna stay here right here with us, right, Stacy?
Huh?
He's staying here with us.
You better tell this dude he's crazy, girl.
You do what you think is right, Derek.
You're both crazy. Goodbye.
Kyle, there's a sleeping bag under the bed. Why don't you grab it and settle in a corner?
No way. See you later, Derek.
Hey, you're not going anywhere, bud. So why don't you just settle down, cool off, and say hello to your new home?
Hi.
Hi, the desk nurse told me you were in here, and she said the patient wasn't, so I'd be okay. Wow.
You seem to be out of breath.
I am. I've been looking all over the whole building for you. Finally found you. So why don't you put that down and kiss me proper like?
Listen, I'm awfully sorry that I had to cancel lunch.
Huh.
But I'm glad you got my message and came back because I want to talk to you.
Why?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm great.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. I am.
Good. Well, sit down. I was talking with Dr. Benson. And I told her that you didn't come home the night of our wedding rehearsal. She didn't know anything about that.
Well, I didn't mean to leave that out or anything. I think that's what I need to work on. Maybe it's just memory, John. It's memory.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You know, she's planning to administer the sodium amytal tomorrow during your session.
Tomorrow. Gee, John, don't you think that's rushing it? I think it's rushing it a little.
Dr. Benson seems to think that it's necessary. It's the only way to work things out.
It's just such an extreme. How about maybe I have a few more sessions with her and then we see if we
Charlene,
can't
you
work
don't
something.
seem to understand. I don't think you have that much time. Whatever it is that's bothering you is tearing us apart. I'm not gonna stand around and watch it happen anymore.
I'm too afraid right now, John. I mean, really. Truth, Sarah.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Charlene. We'll figure it out for once and for all.
I don't want to get to the bottom of it.
Charlene?
Okay. Okay. I'll call Dr. Benson, but I'm sure she's not going to be able to get me an appointment for tomorrow. But I'll call.
She can. It's already scheduled.
You scheduled it?
Yes.
I want to make things right for us again, too, John. I really do.
We're gonna get past this, Charlene. We're gonna get our lives back the way they were. I promise.
Mrs. Corey?
Yes, Paulina. I thought you had the evening off.
I decided to come home early. I have something to tell you, and I'm afraid it's not very good news.
Your family? Is your mother all right?
Mrs. Corey, I lied about all that.
I don't understand.
I'm an orphan. I spent half my childhood in an orphanage and the other half in foster homes. I don't have any brothers and sisters. None that I know about anyway.
I see.
I don't know what else to say, except I'm sorry.
Why have you chosen now to tell me all of this?
The more I got to know you, the worse I felt about it. I learned that you value honesty more than anything. I just wanted this job so badly, and I was afraid that if you knew about my past, you wouldn't hire me. I wanted to fit in.
Well, Paulina, I'm not really pleased about all of this, but I really don't want to go into all of this tonight, so suppose you go upstairs and have a good night's sleep, and we'll talk about it in the morning.
I understand.
I'm not the only one you're going to have to tell about all this.
Jamie.
And Vicky, they gave you the responsibility to take care of their son, and you lied for that privilege.
I understand. Thank you. Mrs. Corey, sometimes people make mistakes for the right reasons.
I don't think this is the time to be discussing our future together.
Yes, it is. If they find out about our affair and I'm indicted, they'll use it as a primary motive for this crime.
That won't happen.
Yes, it will. And I don't want to see you or your family dragged through this with me.
Evan, listen to me. Look, I don't have the answers. But right now, you are the only one that is not trying to run my life or make me feel guilty for what happened. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but right now, I need you.
Amanda, it is over. That's just the way that it has to be.
Evan.
I love you. But that is not enough.
Oh, how very spiritual of you, Cass.
Yes, I thought you'd kind of appreciate this, Frankie. I looked high and low for incense, but I couldn't seem to find any.
Oh, this is perfect.
Did you reach your mother?
Yeah. She can't believe it.
That you're engaged to me?
But I'm engaged to anybody. I think she broke out into a cold sweat.
I know how she feels. My shirt is super saturated.
Aw. Don't that make you nervous, Cass?
Among other things.
I forgot the champagne.
I don't need it.